What is up everyone, it is Sajambi and welcome back to another video. The Foundation has been out for a little while now, but in the spirit of other series on this channel, let's go through the things you'll need to get past to escape the facility in our Foundation Entity Guide. Considered as a parallel universe on Doors Floor 2, the Foundation takes you through its version of the mines where you need to work through 100 rooms beginning at door 101. Entity wise, there is some overlap with Doors, but there are some original ideas thrown in as well. In this video, we will go over the entities you're likely to come across in the regular run. These include entities which commonly appear, plus those in the special events and boss fights at set points in the game. Let's begin with the common entities and a face you may be familiar with. The first thing you'll encounter in almost any run will be Rush, something you'll be familiar with if you have already played Doors. Your first encounter will come when the opening music dims, lights flash and the room shakes. You'll then have a short window to find safety in a locker or in a spot out of its kill range to survive as it passes by. Failure to do so will result in instant death, and this can appear multiple times in a run, so just make sure to keep track of safe spots as you progress. Up next is an entity which makes you think twice about safe areas. Throughout the game, some metal lockers will already be occupied by the black goop associated with Seek. You can see it through the grate and you can see it shake as you approach it. Attempting to enter a decoy or even getting close to the door will cause you to be stunned and take damage. It's not a threat by itself, but one which could make dealing with other entities much trickier. Time for Ram, and another entity which passes through rooms at random points. There's no visual clue with this one, just the sound of knocking on the door ahead before Ram bursts through and zips through the room. Ram will damage and knock people into previous rooms if it makes contact, but you can simply avoid it by standing at the side of the room. Stare appears in rooms as soon as a new door opens and rapidly deals damage to those who are not looking at it. It essentially acts as the opposite of eyes, and you'll need to face Stare for the entirety of the time that you're in that room. After opening the door to the next room, Stare will despawn and you can continue on as normal. Another follow-on from Doors, with Screech making an appearance in this one with many of the same features and mechanics. In darkened rooms, you will hear a sound cue around you that Screech is nearby, and you have a short window to look around, spot it and scare it off. Wait too long and it will strike to deal damage, so time is of the essence to avoid being this one's lunch. We will break away from the entities to talk about one of the special encounters you can find towards the beginning of the game, and the Overgrowth. Here, you will equip an oxygen canister and work through an area overgrown by fungus. Your O2 levels will deplete as you progress, and you'll need to replace your container with those found throughout the rooms. If it runs out, you'll take damage via suffocation until you hit 0 and die. On top of this, mutated versions of Rush, Ram, Stare and Screech appear during this time, but with a different appearance and the same mechanics to spot and overcome them. Speaking of special events throughout your run, the other thing you can encounter at this point in your run is the power outage and its entity Blacklight. In this one, the power goes out and you have to go through each room with very little visibility, staying close to the lanterns as you move forward. These lanterns stave off Blacklight, which lurks in the darkness and can take control if you stray from the light for too long. Personal items like torches will not help here, it's only the ones on the floor in each room which ward off this purple terror. Failing to do so means Blacklight takes hold, crucifying and killing you on the spot. Two entities which are more helpful than harmful throughout the game, with both a guiding light and curious light there to give clues and hints on your journey. You'll begin the game with the guiding light, illuminating doorways and keys and explaining the entities should you get taken down by one. They will be with you until the midpoint of your journey, where it sacrifices itself to save you from the Watcher. From then on, it's the curious light who takes up the mantle, glowing yellow and being a bit less helpful compared to its blue counterpart. This one knows a lot less about the entities and your surroundings, but will still try to help out in each trial and challenge. They are pervasive throughout the game, but these aren't ones to be conscious over. Time now for the four entities which have major challenges in the Foundation, with the first being Seek, another import from Doors. The humanoid figure made of black goo has an early chase scene much like those in other games, where you need to dodge obstacles and pick the right path to progress. Its chase scene takes place on land and water, just make sure to follow the guiding lights path and don't take too long to ensure you don't get caught or run into an untimely end. The Watcher's Lair marks the midpoint of the game, with this being a long gauntlet across the map while you try to avoid the entity's clutches. It essentially works as the opposite to the figure, where it can see but cannot hear and has no memory if you find safety. You can make as much noise as you'd like moving around, but if it spots you, you need to find a locker to hide inside to stop its advances. Once in a locker and it moves away, you can leave and go about your objective as normal. If caught, it's not game over yet. You'll be placed in a cage and take damage over time, with you needing to complete a minigame to break free and continue. There is no way to defeat the Watcher during the challenge. The best you can do is flick each switch in order, plug the numbers into the terminal, and then race to the exit where the door will be closed by the curious light. We're getting towards the latter part of the game, with the Overseer making an appearance in place of the second Seek chase. In a sequence lasting around 3 long rooms, you will need to get across a walkway lined with debris without being caught by the Overseer's glare. The walkway is exposed in some areas, while some parts have cover to block line of sight. The Overseer will look at different areas of the map, and you'll need to make progress when it's looking away, finding cover when its glare is focused back on you. Being spotted means you'll take 35 damage, and once again you cannot be rid of it. You'll only see the back of it once you overcome the rooms that its challenge is in. With no time limit, it's best to be patient and take your chance when the moment comes. Our final entity for this video is one that a lot of you have been waiting for, and what better way to begin the game's finale than to bring the figure into the mix. As you may well know, the figure is blind but makes up for it with an incredible sense of hearing, making it a major threat if it is nearby or you are making too much noise around the map. Crouch walking is almost a necessity at this point in the game, but make sure to cease all movement when it's right next to you, because once it knows you are there, it will make speedy progress and instantly kill you if it makes contact. Once again, you can't be completely rid of the figure. You'll just need to be careful while navigating each room, and then traverse the final minecart chase scene to defeat this one and beat the first floor of the foundation. That's all I have for you for this one. Thanks for making it all the way to the end, and best of luck in your quest to escape the Foundation. Let me know what your favourite entity is, and as always, like and share with those who will find this helpful. As always, you can subscribe and hit the bell icon to be notified of future uploads, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya!